Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and today I'm going to show you some of the things that I picked up at the card show, at the South Florida Card Show. I posted the video and it was a pretty good show, pretty busy actually, and I did notice that a lot of the dealers had lowered prices, so looks like they're finally getting the message that this boom in prices is over. But anyway, let me show you what my pickups are, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the hobby and show you a couple of things I want to also talk about, which are the 1973 Topps set. So first of all, I picked up these three cards here for $30. And let me show you what I got. The first one is the Earl Morrall 1958 Earl Morrall card. Really nice shape. And Earl Morrall was a great quarterback from Pittsburgh Steelers, one of Mangini's team. Ended up picking up 2 Pittsburgh Steeler players and 2 Dolphin players. So Earl Morrall, 1958. This is the same year as the Jim Brown card, and basically this card was just a couple bucks. And Earl Morrall, he's a 3-time Super Bowl champ. He was a 1968 most valuable player, and he has 2 Pro Bowls and 2 All-Pros, and he's NFL champ. So this guy was a great quarterback. Played with the Steelers first, then with the Baltimore Colts, and then finally with the Dolphins. And he took the Dolphins. He went 9-0 with the Dolphins in that season. Bob Griese got hurt and went out and win the Super Bowl. So this is the back of the card. I like the back of these cards. This one, like I said, is great shape. Pretty good condition for a few bucks. It says, Morrall is becoming one of the NFL's top passing stars. And he actually passed for over 20,000 yards, which is quite a bit. It's not in the Hall of Fame, but a great player, great quarterback, and someone that I like because he was a Dolphin. So the other Dolphin I got here was the Nick Buoniconti 1970 Nick Buoniconti card. Again, it was in beautiful shape, beautiful condition. Couldn't pass it up for a few bucks. He is a Hall of Famer, and these vintage football are relatively cheap. And look at this card. That's a gradable card. Nice condition. So Nick Buoniconti, 1970. Picked that up for a couple bucks. Nice card there. Pretty nicely centered, left and right. A little bit top to bottom, but 1970. And the last one I picked up here was the other Dolphin player, and I just love this card. This is the Bob Griese in a 6. He had this for $30, and I offered him, and I was going to get these 2 and this, so I offered him $30 for all of it, and he said yes. So I love this card, just the pink background with the teal uniform, and Griese and a Dolphins old logo. It's just a nice looking card. It's a 1969 Topps Griese in a 6. And here's the back of it. And these are tough to find in good condition because the backs are black, and you know how the black is, they chip real easily. But this is already slab. Basically cost me like 20 bucks. And Bob Griese is an incredible quarterback. He is a Hall of Famer. He's an 8-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, and he was the MVP in 1971. Took the Dolphins to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. So Bob Griese. And another great quarterback. Also, he threw for over 25,000 yards. And great quarterback, very accurate. He was kind of similar to a Frank Tarkenton style. He would run around and pass. He was a scrambler. It's pretty quick. Not the best runner, but you know, he could get away from people, and it was pretty accurate. So that's Bob Greasy. But the big pickup, and that's the one I'm very proud of, the car that I've been looking for a long time. I couldn't find it at the National, and I found a dealer at the show that had 3 of them. One was graded a 3, one 3.5, and this one was graded a 5. So I finally picked up the Terry Bradshaw rookie card that I was looking for in a 5. It's a little off center, left to right, but you know, these cards are just so tough to find, and the corners are just so easy to chip. So I was able to get a good deal on this. You know, he knows that the prices have gone down some, and you know, this was before he had it for 400. I think he had it for 300 here. You can see he had it for like 450 before this sticker, and he had it for 300. And I offered him, and then this, I hate this crap. Get that out of there. I hate when they do that. You know, you can't even see the card. It blocks the card. Like Jeannie said, look at that thing. Get that stuff out of there. So anyway, this is it. The Bradshaw in a 5. And that completes my 1971 top set. It's the last card I needed for the set. Finally picked it up. Here's the back of the card. A little print mark in there, but other than that, it's nice. The corners are nice and sharp. And it's a Terry Bradshaw rookie. So that's the second Pittsburgh Steeler card that I picked up at the show. So that's what I got at the show, guys. And the other stuff I wanted to talk about is, and this thing is going to go in the trash. So I did end up getting the Terry Bradshaw for $250, which I think was a great deal on that Bradshaw. And very happy with it. Nice condition, along with the other football that I got. And, you know, Terry Bradshaw, he was one of the great quarterbacks. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champion. You know, he passed for over almost 28,000 yards in his career. Again, he was a scrambler. He was a tough guy. He was a 1978 most valuable player, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. So he was an MVP of the Super Bowl twice. Again, a Hall of Famer, 3-time Pro Bowler, and just an incredible player. He was a winner, and that's what I got to say about him. So that's Terry Bradshaw. So the other stuff I want to talk about is that you know, I went through, let me put all this stuff away here and move it over. I'm going to put it away. I'm just going to leave it out here. Still going to look at it, get some glare. Unfortunately, got some glare there. So that's not going to help too much. Just move it somewhere else so you guys can still see them, but don't get too much glare. But I'll show you other stuff too. So, so those are the pickups. So the other stuff that I wanted to talk about is I finally, you know, I'm going through my sets, and I went through my 1973 set, which was in this box since I took it out of the a shoe box that it was originally in. So this box is going to be going to the trash. So what ended up happening was I went through my entire thing there, and I got a new box at the show. And I was able to put them all, I'm gonna have to move these guys out of here. Sorry, Terry. I was able to go through my entire 73 set and finally put them in penny sleeves. You know, it took a long time, but look at that. I put them in penny sleeves. These cards had been sitting in that box for so many years, and they hadn't even been touched. They hadn't been looked at. And they were just raw, you know, like Pepino Man likes them. No sleeves, no nothing. So I went ahead and I put them in here. I put the stars first. I'd shown you the stars already, you know, but I did want to show you one star real quick here, because we talked about, I was on a live chat with Dave, Legends of the Dugout. If you don't know him, great guy. Check out his channel. And Dave, Legends of the Dugout, had Dom from Staven Sports. He had Theo from Clemente Collector, and Matt from The Card Story. So, and later on, Adam came on from Vintage Sanctuary. So anyway, we had a nice talk, and a question came up about the Al Kaline, which I have in here. A question came up about the Al Kaline Band-Aid on the head thing, which is a printing error. But I'm going to go through mine and try to find mine. I'll just go through some of these. Here's some of the stars. You know, and I didn't realize that these cards were in such great shape, and they were in that box. It's Tony Oliva. Look at the Brooks Robinson, Monsanto. There's the Pete Rose. I mean, they were in nice condition, a lot of these cards, just sitting there in the box. Lupinella. There's a Thurman Munson. So let me go through and find the Al Kaline, because they were talking about the Al Kaline, and you know, on eBay there's some Kaline cards that have like a Band-Aid right below his cap, and that is a printing error. And these cards tend to have a lot of printing errors, a lot of little print marks on them. So I'm going to go ahead and check. See how they got like print marks? A lot of them have these. See, this has the Carlton Fisk. This is pretty bad on it. But these come from the printer, because I pulled these right from the packs myself. So let me see if I can get to the Kaline here. So I'm going to take a look at my Kaline, see what it looks like. These are the stars. I put the stars right in the front. See, look how sharp those cards are. They're pretty good. Pretty nice. Look at that, Reggie. That's a terrible picture of Reggie. Yogi, Thomas Carver, Tion, Tony Perez. There it is. There's my Kaline card. So let's take a good look at that Kaline. Let's take a good look at it and see. Now, it's supposed to have the Band-Aid thing is right under the cap. So this one does not have the Band-Aid, supposedly Band-Aid thing. But you see how it's got a print mark on his eye. Like a little print. See, they all have things. So mine has like something there, and it's a print mark. See if you can get a good look at it. See that? Right on his eyebrow. So, you know, these things happen. And so am I going to go ahead and put this card as the rarest one of one Al Kaline because it has a eyebrow, something on the eyebrow? Come on, guys. These are all, you know, there's nothing special about those cards. So if you find one that has that on the top here, where it's right underneath the cap, supposedly it has like little white mark there. It looks like a Band-Aid. That's just a print mark, guys. So we talked about that at the in the live stream. And a lot of these cards from these days, I mean, you can come up with almost anything to make it an error card. So there's no error there. So I saw one on eBay that was selling for like $1,700 because it had that. It said rare, one of a kind, whatever. They're not. So that was my Al Kaline. It's got a little print mark. Some of them, you know, I'm telling you, these cards are not perfect. You know, when they printed these up, they just they did for kids. So when I was on the live, which was called Unprepared and Live by Legends of the Dugout, go check it out. We talked a little bit about that, but we also talked about a lot of other stuff. It was a good one. So here's the rest of the other thing that I saw is that James Elite Hunters also with Lou Rock, and they also had a live, and they talked about the 73, what was their favorite set. And I think that James chose the 73 as his favorite set of the 70s. Mine is a 71, but this is one of the nicer pictures of that. And these cards were sitting in there untouched for a long time, and I put them in the penny sleeves yesterday. So you can see that a lot of them are in really nice shape. So there's the Aaron, the Cobb, Walter Johnson, Juan Marichal. So I put all kind of the stars, not the big stars, those are graded. I did grade some of those, so, but I did want to just kind of pull through one more time. And I'm going to show you some of the, so these are still some of that's the rookies. Okay, so this is where it actually, the set starts. I put the stars in there that are not graded. And this is where the set starts, and this was my actual checklist from when I was a kid that I checked them off. And this is the one I used, and I also checked them all off. And you can see this was pretty beat up. This is my original one that I used. And you know, I had a double, so I have the other one in there somewhere. So this is where the set starts here. The first card got all beat up, unfortunately. But the rest of them, card number 2, number 1 is pretty good. That was the Aaron card. So the rest of them, you can see they're in great shape. Look at that. There's the Jim Lonborg. They were in beautiful condition in there, in that box. You know, you're going to have your off-centered cards. Yes, the Chris Chambliss, but you know, these are nice. I like these action shots. So just going to go through this real quick, show you some of the cards in here in the whole set. That's the Kingman. And this is one that Mangini highlighted. King Kong Kingman, one of the top players, one of the big home run hitters in the days. This guy was incredible. And again, he's one of those that have been ignored for many years. So I'm going to go through to show you a little bit more. I'm not going to probably end up showing you the whole set, but you know, these are nice cards and in nice condition, and wanted to kind of give you a shot. This is Tug McGraw, Buddy Bell. His son was Tug McGraw's son was a singer. Pat Dobson, Willie Davis. Look at that, almost getting hit there, Willie. And there's a nice action shots. This does have action shots, and that's one of the things that James was talking about that he liked about these cards. And so I'm going to go through and show you some of these. Get a good look at them. This is the rest of my 73s. So what I'm trying to do, try throwing them out here. What I'm doing with these sets is that I'm going back, and the next one I'm going to pull out is the 74 set. And that is basically in raw condition also. So I have to get them sleeved up, put it in a nice box, pull out the stars that are not graded, because I did put out the major stars. So I'll be doing that with the 74 set, and I'll show you the whole set, the 74 set, next time when I do that. That's my next project. So I've shown you the 70, 71, 70, there's the number 1 checklist, unchecked. So I had a ton of doubles in this, and I ended up earlier just, you know, selling the doubles. There's Merv Retman. This is the guy that Clemente threw out at the World Series. He didn't throw him out, but he was at third base, and he was ready to score. And they hit that ball out there. Clemente threw it as a famous throw where he spun around, threw home, and Merv Retman could not score from third. He had to stay, and the Pirates went on to win the game and win the series. So Steve Yeager, Ken Holtzman. So I'm going to go through here, just kind of show you some of these action shots, show you some of these cards if you hadn't seen them. This is a 1973 set. These are mostly the common players. A nice action shot there. Euron Lee. Dodgers team. So I'm going to go through the box, show you as much as I can. There's a ton of cards in there. I think it's 660 cards on this set. One of the biggest sets at the time is Jesus Alou, and I had the brothers Alou that all played. Jesus and Matty and Felipe Alou. They're all in here. Look at that, Willie Montanez doing a nice slide there. The old-time Phillies uniforms. So I'm going to go through these real quick. And these, I mean, I was so impressed with the condition. I mean, look at these cards. They're in beautiful shape. They're in perfect condition because they were in that box. And if you look at them all, I mean, the corners are nice. Centering is nice. You know, I'm not going to go through each one and show you, but they, other than the centering, all of them are nice and sharp cards from when I was a kid. The Jerry Grote. Ralph Hawk. Larry Boa. So it's a good chance to kind of go through this thing. I'm going to put this box away when I'm done showing them on this video. And they're going to be put away in the dark for years until I decide to pull them out another time. But this is pretty much what I'm doing is putting them all back in the order. There's the Sandy Alomar, Roberto's dad, Sandy's dad, Ron Fairley, Brewer. Good teams. I think Aaron is in here, though it should be in there somewhere. I think Aaron. Ted Sizemore. I'm going to go through here. There's Matty Alou. Dave Roberts with the cup. Earl Weaver was a great manager. Took the team to the World Series a bunch of times. So we're going to go through and show you the rest of these cards. Bobby Bonds, that's a nice action picture with Bobby Bonds. Nice shape. Some of these cards do have, like I said, they do have printing things, and you can see that they do have a lot of print marks, even though they come out of the pack just like that. Some of them don't, some of them do, but there are certain cards are worse than others, and you know, they weren't very good with the quality of the printing back in the day. There's Wes Parker waiting for the throw from the pitcher. Who's that Philly there? No, that's not Pete. A mad Hungarian, Al Hrabowski. Look at that. That's a sharp card. Very sharp card. Nice, beautifully centered. It's got a grade pretty nicely. So a lot of them are nice. Jeff Torborg. Look at Jeff. Sal Bando. Looks like he popped up there. Cesar Geronimo, another great player from the Reds. It's going to be a long video, but hey, you know, you guys can go fast forward, but this is going to give you a shot because I'm going to put these away. There's CG, Clarence Gaston. It's a good manager of the day. And Martinez. So we're going to go through here and just kind of flip through these cards. Give you a chance to take a look at all the cards in the 1973 set. And like I said, look at that action. That's my man Brooks Robinson right there, tagging the guy out. You're not going to go to third on Brooks. That was a rookie. Trying Don Buford, Jerry Kuzman, second half of the Nolan Ryan. There's a toy cannon, Jimmy Wynn. So there's Cookie Rojas, a Cuban player. These cards are nice. Some of these I got to go through, maybe grade them. Let's see what we got here. So anyway, the show was nice. I met a couple people at the show that subscribed to my channel. There's Pete Rose right there. So it was good. You know, it was pretty busy. And what I liked is that it looked like the prices were coming down on certain things. People were dealing because, you know, these dealers, you know, you're sitting on a lot of merchandise. If you're a dealer, you got to sell. So it looks like they were doing that. These are nice. The Reds win the squeaker. Tennis singles in the 9th. Odom at the plate, and the Reds tie the series. And then Campy starts the winning rally, and the A's win it. There it is, world champion A's. $1972, that was 1973 cards here. So let's see, we'll go through all these. Most of them are, there's Bill Lee, the spaceman. Looks like he's looking up in space. Spaceman Billy. Al Oliver. Great batter. Al Oliver was underrated. Power hitter. Ray Fosse. So nice cards. Look at that. I like the action shots. Look at that Kirkpatrick there, looking for that pop-up. There's Tito Fuentes. Okay, stepping on the guy. Not gonna slide on me. So nice card. There's Bobby Mercer. But these were just sitting in there, untouched. My collection for a long time, and they're finally in penny sleeves. And I figured I'd go ahead and show you the whole set before I put them away. So Del Unser. So we're gonna go through them. There's Manny Sanguillen. Oops, watch out, Manny. Look at that, Mark Belanger. That was the, with Belanger and with Brooks Robinson, the best defensive infield, one of the best defensive infield ever. Mark Belanger, shortstop, Brooks Robinson at third base. Tommy John. There's George Scott getting that throw. There's the other checklist here. There's Gene Michaels batting here, popped up. I don't know why they're getting these guys with pop-ups. The action shots, I'm sure they can get them getting a hit. There's Tommy Hutton. He's an announcer for the Marlins. Chris Spire sliding. Who's that catcher there? So I'll take another look at these cards here for you so you can see. So I do enjoy going on that live stream. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Legends of the Dugout. That live stream was fun. Supposed to be there for a little while. Ended up being almost a 2-hour live stream. It was great. Enjoyed it. Nice talk. There's a few more guys here. Bob Oliver, look at that. Looks like that guy's out. Cesar Cedeno. Jose Cruz. There's Bert Campaneris. These were great players back then. Underrated. Walt Williams. I don't even remember that. Grabarkowski, Terry Crowley. Boy, he's going to hit that catcher. He's running right into him right there. So let's keep going here. And there's Boots Day. Looks like he's in a rundown or something there. But these action shots were nice. And, James Elite Hunters were talking about this set. And he actually was showing some of these cards. John Odom, look at him. What is he covering? First base? He's a pitcher. Blue Moon. So he was talking about these cards, and he said that these were one of the nicest sets. He liked the action shots and that, and I agree with him on that. The action shots are nice. There's Boot Powell. But, it is a kind of a boring, it's got the little catcher thing. I'd like to see the logo or something of the team maybe. I don't know. Not one of my favorite sets from the 70s. My favorite is the 1971. And if I had to pick a second favorite, I'd go with the 1975. And I haven't shown the 75. I've shown my 71 set. I will be showing my 75 set, but I'm going to show my 74 first. So keep on with the 73 set. Look at that action shot. Freddie Patek turning on a double play there. Patek is a little guy. You can tell how little he was. I think he was 5'4". How big were you? 5'4". Tiny guy there, but he was quick, good player. Bobby Tolan. Dave Duncan. There's another one of the checklists. And this is the boyhood photos. Rennie Stennett from the Pirates. Dick McCullough, that's a nice action shot there. And these are the kind of pictures that James was saying that he likes the pictures where the background is kind of faded And I agree with him on that, you know, where you could have the focus right on the player. There's Dan Stanhouse. So let's go through some more of these guys, see what else we got in here. This is Joe Rudi. One thing I do notice is that a lot of the cards that are the horizontal like this tend to be more off-center than the regular cards and the other ones. Maybe not, maybe it's just my set, but there's Rico Petrocelli. I like Rico. Maybe it's just my set. Just some observations as I'm looking through it here. So, we're more than halfway through the set, but we're 30 minutes into this, and I'm gonna finish the video. I'm gonna go at least another 10 minutes. So here we go, Bert Hooton, Billy Buckner, look at that. Oscar Gamble, there's Oscar Gamble. See, that's all centered there. Look at that, with that hair. And that guy got a face full of dust down there. Right, so these are nice action shots. Oh, this guy really got a face full of dust, all right. Look at that, man. He's eating it up. This guy's gonna eat some dirt. So yeah, I agree with you. Nice action photos in this thing. I had not seen this set in a while. I hadn't taken a good look at it until yesterday, where I put them in the holders. And as I looked at them, man, they're in great condition. And they are some very nice cards in here. Very nice action shots. But there's also some bad stuff, like look at that airbrushing job there and that cap. But anyway, let's keep going with these. There's Mickey Lolish. Smokey Lyle. Let's see where we're at here before we put this box away in the darkness for who knows how much longer. But I wanted to get them all on the video so I can go back and look at the set this way too. Dave Cash. Cesar Tovar, another action shot. Paul Lindblad. Felix Mignogna. Manny Mota. Nice card of Manny Mota. So I hope Bobby Grich. See how they have pretty marks? A lot of cards have, they have pretty marks like that. This one's pretty bad. Tommy Agee. Oh, this one's in bad condition. Gotta replace that one. I think this is probably one of the ones that I was missing from the set, from the checklist, which I ended up kind of trading some cards at the end there. So anyway, let's move on here. Johnny Jeter. So I went through all of these and just kind of put them in. There's a Vida Blue. That's a nice action shot of Vida Blue there. And Jerry Moses. So just kind of make sure these were in order. Put them in the penny sleeves. I'm going to put them away here. Let's see what else we got here. Willie Horton. There we go. The Giants team. He's talking to the umpire. What do you mean that was a strike? Sometimes you look back and you say, you know, what was the photographer thinking? There's Joe Torre. I mean, as a player, I wouldn't want a card like this. Look at that, looking up on the sky there with just half the pictures like your neck there. You know, you gotta come up with some nice pictures. Look at that. Is that ball going through under his legs there? I think he missed that. I wouldn't want that on my card. Oh, this is way off centered here. There's Bill Freehand. There, at least that's a nice action shot tagging a guy out. That's a good catcher shot there. Look at the fans in the background. So there are some cool pictures in this. And, you know, if you don't want to collect the whole set, you can just go through and pick out the ones you like and collect some of those cards, you know. Get some of the action shots, or, You know, some people collect team cards or whatever. But go through, you know, get the cards you like. That's really the key. But I put this set together when I was a kid. Mike Cuellar, he was a great pitcher back in the day. Great records. I mean, if you look at his record here, look at that. 23-11, 24-8, 20-9, 18-12. So, you know, you look at the pitchers nowadays, here's a guy that was won 20 games 3 out of 4 years, then won 18 the last year. And, you know, what would his card be worth right now? If he was a new guy and 3 out of 4 years won 20 games, the other year won 18. But, you know, unfortunately, it's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Good Players, the Hall of Fame players. And I don't want, hopefully it won't be watered down, which I think has been already with players like Harold Baines and, you know, and even, I mean, you know, Scott Rowland, I guess he deserves it, but I you know, to me, he's not a Hall of Famer. Sorry, Scott Rowland fans. To me, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's a great player, but not one of the best of all time, in my opinion. There's Bobby Valentine striking out. Phil Niekro, serious guy. So that's just my opinion. There he is. That's another one. He's out. He's out of there. The umpire's right there. Good umpire card, action card there. So, Amos Otis, Sam McDowell's. Definitely some nice action shots here. So it's just my opinion on the Hall of Fame. Because there are a lot of great players back here in the 70s that, you know, people see, like Mel Stoudemire, another great pitcher. They'll never be in the Hall of Fame. They were great players, but they're not the top, the best of the best. And that's what I think it should be, the best of the best. Look at Jim Fregosi. Again, another pop out. It looks like the catcher has the ball in the glove there. So, nice card. Paul Blair, great outfielder. I met him when I was a kid, and I have an autographed ball of Paul Blair from back in this, I think it was 1970. I showed that in an earlier video. My initial collection, when I first started. And my grandfather would take me to the games, to the Orioles spring training games. Let's check out the rest of these cards. I'm almost at the end. Jim Rayhart. There he is. Looks like he missed that ball there. Cleon Jones. There's another, this is a nice action shot there, but I wouldn't want to be Pat Corrales. He looks like he's in pain and he just got killed. He just ran into him hard. Another good action shot there. So, let's see where we're at here. Another one here. Dave Johnson. Looks like he's kicking this guy. So, let's finish off here. Dave Concepcion, I liked him. He was a great player. I keep saying about all these guys because a lot of them were. Barry Lurch. Looks like it, guys, right behind the umpire. Great shot there. So let's see where we're at with the 1973 set. We're near the end. We're at Larry Haney, and Larry Haney is card number 563. Got another 100 cards to go. These are the high number of cards here, and this was the first year that they did not release the cards in series, so that technically there are no high number cards. Doc Ellis, a great picture, nice action photo of him. I wonder if that's who that is in the background. There may be, would that be Clemente back there? I'm not sure. These are 73, so this picture would have been taken in 72. Should have been Clemente's last year. All right, let's see what else. Joe Pepitone, yeah, look at that. Look at the sideburns on him. It's Joe Negro. There's another one on the checklist that I checked. And I've got the other one. Let me move that to the... Did I check that off too? Yeah, I guess I did. Man, that's not a good thing. They're both checked off. Move that one to the front where the other ones are really checked. Okay, let's see what we got here. Jack McKeon. Oh man, look at Jack McKeon. He was a great manager for the, this was really bad cut, really miscut. Manager for the Marlins when they won the series, the World Series. Mickey Rivers. Looks like a little kid there. So let's see here. Almost at the end. And, yeah, 660. Dave McNally. Here comes the rookies. I took out the, of course, the Mike Schmidt rookie is graded, so I showed that earlier. These are the other rookies that are in there. Gary Matthews. And my Schmidt rookie graded a 7 out of this set. You can see these are nice. All of these two are pretty good condition. Steve Busby. There's Davey Lopes. Look at that, Davey Lopes rookie card. Here's the rest of the rookies. Bob Boone. There's Bob Boone rookie card. No big names other than the other ones I showed you there. Andy Etchebarren. So we're heading to the end of this thing. Here's another action shot. Look at the cards back there from the 70s. Looks like that's an old Charger back there. I don't know. That looks like a spring training picture to me. Danny McClain, Dick Selma, another action shot. So you've seen all the most of the set here, and here comes the end of the set. Okay, here we go. That's the end of it. Gene Alley, another action shot there. So 40 minutes into this video. Sorry guys, but let's take a look at the 1972 set. 73 set, sorry, 1973 set. Complete set. There's Felipe Alou. 73 set. This one's in bad shape. Some of these, couple of them bad shape. Most of them are really, really sharp cards. Look at that. He's looking on his tippy toes there, Clay Kirby. Just through the pitch. And John Ellis fighting with the umpire. That's a great picture. So, and that's it. Fred Sherman is number 660, the last card in the set. So that is my 1973 set, which is in the box and will be there for a long time. And the rest of the cards are these, which are pretty neat. You know, they had this from all the team. Look at that. Henry Aaron autograph there. You know, got doubles there, but you got all the Gaylord Perry, every team, and this is pretty neat. I'd like to see this again in the new cards, but not facsimile autograph, real autographs. Can you imagine having a team autograph card like this? I mean, that would be cool. I wish they would make that maybe a good idea. If any of the card manufacturers see this, can you do something like this, guys? Autographs of the team, you know, so you have Carlton Fisk on there, Carl Yastrzemski, Louis Tion, Dwight Evans, I mean, Reggie Smith, Rico Petrocelli. You know, that would be nice. That would be an incredible insert. You know, to have one from the Angels with Trout and Ohtani and, you know, or with the Padres. And, you know, I mean, look at the Reds with Johnny Bench and Tony Perez and Joe Morgan. You know, I mean, you know, would be a nice idea. So anyway, just some random thoughts. So guys, Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for everything you do, your support. So this is my 73 set that I built when I was a kid. I now have put it all together, and I have it in sleeves, and that thing is sealed up, guys, and that is going to be put away in my storage box with the rest of the sets. And I'm going to pull out the 74, and then we're going to go ahead and show you all the cards from 1974. So anyway, guys, thanks again for watching my videos. Truly appreciate it. Sorry it was a long video, but please like and subscribe. And thanks again. And any comments are always appreciated, and I'll always respond to them. So thanks again for watching, guys. Truly appreciate it. And thanks for helping me get to 1,200 subscribers. It's just incredible. Anyway, guys, have an awesome day. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Have an awesome day. Thank you.